so those are burned on now. Let me show you quick. There's 1 and 2. So next thing up, we have to add a support bar that's going to run from this hoop over to this hoop. But to know where that is going to land, we have to have the accessories on the front of the engine, which is that box of parts that showed up. Everything except for my intake or my throttle body has shown up, and I don't have a power steering pump yet, which we're going to be going full hydro. I think with my ICT billet mounts, it's supposed to be in stock location, maybe just a little bit higher, but I don't think that is going to cause any alignment issues for the stuff I'm about to do. So let's go ahead and start throwing those parts onto the engine. Here we go. First up from our order from Speedway, we're going to be installing an ICT billet valley cover. We're going to be getting rid of the stock one that was leaking. I knew it needed a gasket anyway, so I went ahead and ordered this with a new gasket. This does get rid of the NOx sensors. Now, the only reason I'm doing that is I reached out to Rubber Ducky TJ on Instagram, and he has a Terminator swapped LS TJ, and so far he has not needed those NOx sensor. He ran this exact same plate, no problem so far. So we're going to go ahead and do that too. If for some reason when I take my Jeep to the dyno to get tuned, since I have cam in it, they need a NOx sensor, we'll go ahead and swap that back on. But for now, we're going to shove this on and pray for no more leaky covers. My piece of crap camera died while I was installing that, so unfortunately you guys will not get to see that. But there it is installed. Allen head bolts ahoy around in a fresh gasket. Looks good. I'm gonna shine it up just a little bit more. I swear this isn't an ICT shout out, but we just got that coolant crossover tube installed, plate installed, and last but not least, we have a alternator relocation kit from ICT made in the USA. Let's install it. All right, I've been fiddling with this ICT mount install for a while, and I just now realized that water neck is definitely in the way of where the alternator is supposed to go. Backstory on this water pump is I was given it for free. It only has like 30,000 miles on it. Me being cheap, I was like, awesome, cool, water pump. Just throw it on the engine, no problems, ain't gotta spend the money. It doesn't work. So I gotta run to the store quick, pick up a new water pump, which is kind of cool because now I get a shiny new water pump on the front of this engine. So I'm gonna run to the store, pick up a pump, and finish this install. Just got back from the store with a brand new Gates water pump. Now I got to rip this one off and throw the new one on just like this. Bam! There it is, new water pump installed, and it looks good on there, nice and shiny. Went ahead and left this loose because I was test fitting my alternator, only to find out that my 1 or 2 alternators I have, both are not gonna work. They are the big amperage alts, and they do not fit that bracket. So I had a good old alternator here, just ugly, and then I had a nice shiny one, but it had a broken plug on it. So I swapped the backing out of this one and put it over here, went to install it, and guess what? Did not fit. So now I got to order an alternator. Awesome. There you have it. Don't cut corners, just order everything new. Kind of the saga or story of my life. So I'm gonna think about what to do next, and I'll let you guys know.
A few moments later.
All right, I have an idea. I've been thinking. I tossed the intake on, I threw this upper radiator hose on just to get a general idea of where it's going to be. This is probably not the final product because this needs sucked in an inch. Still got to fit an air filter here, but we get the general idea. I want to work on this crossover tube from here to here. I just need to get an idea of where everything is sitting just so I know how far down I can go versus how far up without hitting the hood. So I'm gonna measure that, get a piece of DOM, chop, 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 and that's it. Let's go. So we just got these two pieces cut out, and this is where the fun part of the video comes in. So I got these parts from sneebiesoffroad.com. My buddy Steve over there is a supporter of the channel, and he was like, hey man, if you ever need anything, let me know first because I can get it at a better price. I'm like, awesome, I love saving money. So went ahead and hit him up, told him I needed these weld-on tube clamps, and within no time they're literally at my door. They are from Rough Stuff. They are 1 3/4 inches for this outer diameter, and the inside is designed to slide into like a 120 wall. Same thing that you generally use for a roll cage on a rock crawler. So these should work out perfect, but what they're going to be doing is sliding inside these clamps like this, and then you go ahead and weld it. That way, whenever you have these on both sides, if I ever need to remove that bar, I just go ahead and pop these 2 bolts out on each side, so 4 bolts, and that whole bar is then removable. So it should be perfect for pulling out the engine because I'm sure we're gonna have to. Huge shout out to Steve. If you guys want to order any parts, link in the description. Shoot him an email, a phone call, whatever. Tell him the price you found it, see if he can beat it, and hopefully he gets you taken care of. Thanks, Steve. That is all tacked into place. Went ahead and threw the level on it. It is level. Some of the gaps are a little bit bigger than I wanted, but nothing that the welder won't be able to fill. I'm gonna go ahead and tack this the rest of the way in and call it a night. Actually, what I just noticed was these are in backwards. That one has the line there. That one also has it on there. So this would not come apart the right way. So I gotta cut that side apart, flip it around, and then re-tack it. Silly me. All right, we went ahead and got that final welded in, except for the bottoms. I still gotta do those, and I'll do those maybe tomorrow, but I am spent and tired and ready for dinner. But one last little thing, we got to make sure this hood closes, and it does. Still plenty of room up under there. So that's a win, and that's the end of the video. I'm tired. This was a fun video to make. Thank you, Steve, over at sneebiesoffroad.com for giving me those clamps in a timely fashion. Because of that, I was able to make a video for you guys because I don't have an alternator to wrap up that segment of the Jeep build. And we'll go from there. Thank you for the view. Like, comment, subscribe. Keep hitting the like and subscribe button because we're getting close to 1,000 subscribers. Slowly but surely we'll hit it, and that's my goal. So thank you for the view. I'll see you guys soon, and hopefully we have an alternator later.